I mean, for me, I had a different story. When I was 20 years old, I was really seeking the Lord.
Yes.
And, you know, I actually passed through a period of a lot of sickness, and I was actually dying. And the Lord took me into heaven, and it was a wonderful experience, and it's like He imparted life into me, and I could see the glory of God in heaven, which left me speechless. And, you know, it just made me more hungry.
Yes.
And one day, a matter of months later, I was fasting. You know, the Bible doesn't say if you fast, it says when you fast. And I would recommend for people, if you want to get a word from the Lord or move closer to the Lord, fast. It's a good thing.
That's the one thing that I did a lot of as well, fasting.
Yeah, and I was out in the bush, in our country, in the mountain, and I was out walking and praying and fasting and seeking the Lord, and I had this amazing, it was like an open vision opened before me of a big cross, but it wasn't a wooden cross. It was a cross that had precious gems placed all over it. Beautiful colours of precious stones. And from the heart of the cross flowed a river of the glory of God.
Wow.
And I could see hands holding on to this, and I knew that they were my hands, and I was standing there, and everything around me, the trees, it was just like it was all sprinkled with gold. It was golden, this golden light everywhere. And I was just standing there going, wow. Wow, look at that, you know. And the Lord spoke to me in an audible voice, and He said first, hear my voice. Hear my voice. Everything starts with hearing the voice of God and hearing the voice of heaven, because when God speaks to you, He imparts something. He imparts life into your spirit. He empowers you when He speaks to you. That's why it's really important that we need to get an environment where we can be listening to what the Lord is saying. And then He said, my touch is golden. You know, the touch of the Lord is really the most precious thing on this earth today. God, in heaven, the streets are paved with gold.
Amen.
Because that's where what we think is precious belongs, under our feet.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, it's the touch of the Lord, the touch of heaven that is golden, that will bring us what we need. It will bring hope. It will bring peace. It will bring healing. The Lord, He will open up heaven and pour out every perfect and precious gift. And He can give us what we need. And then He said to me, let me show you how. You know, we need to go to God to learn about Him. We need to go to Him to seek His face. Because He doesn't want us to be human doings. He wants a relationship with us. He wants us to be who we are with Him and have a relationship with Him.
Amen.
You know, it's only really the Lord that can show you, like Rob's story. The Lord was teaching him and showing him. And you know, as we walk with the Lord, He's really interested in every one of us. He's interested in every one of you. And He wants to speak to you and tell you His will for your life.
Amen.
And, you know, I pondered this in my heart, what this vision was, and I never talked about it for many years. I was just so in awe of it. And really, it's been my life's journey, because I've seen a lot of suffering, and, you know, I just, when I see suffering, it makes me cry, you know.
It breaks your heart.
It does. It breaks my heart. And really, you know, the Lord, it breaks the Lord's heart when people are suffering. And He wants people, He wants to empower people to go out and be His hands and His voice. You know, God doesn't need people, but He chooses people. He chooses you to partner with Him, to be the message of hope to your community, to the people around you. And when you go and do this, you will have resistance. You will have it. You know, some of you are wondering, why have I had such a hard time in my life?
It seems like everyone's